Okay, very good afternoon. Assalamualaikum. Now, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, betul.
Okay. Memang tak dengar sebab tadi I tak cakap apa-apa. You all dah tanya. Memang tak dengar apa-apa lah. Ni I baru nak cakap ni. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let us begin our class for today with Umul Kitab Al-Fatihah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, can you see the slides?
Yes.
Okay, so today we are going to cover about warehouse performance, yeah? Right, what is benchmarking and why is it important? Okay, right, on the warehouse performance measure, okay, why do we need to measure? Kenapa kita kena nak ukur kita punya prestasi warehouse ni, ya? Right, there are a number of reasons why we need to measure performance and productivity within the warehouse. Alright, ada beberapa alasan, ada beberapa sebab kenapa kita kena ukur kita punya prestasi dan juga kita punya productivity dekat dalam warehouse ni. So there are various reasons. Okay, why do we need to measure? Because number one, we need to ensure our customer satisfaction through our service improvement. Alright, that is why we need to measure our warehouse performance. Alright, so because we want to make sure that our customer is happy with us, our customer are really satisfied with the service that we provide. We want to measure our performance because we want to know. Yes? Anything?
So we can see the slide. Like my screen is showing the Dr. Herman is starting to share content.
Oh yeah? Okay. Alright.
So I think maybe it's my problem. My internet problem.
Hold on. Okay, what about others? Can you see the slides?
Yes,
Now
betul.
can see.
Now we are in the page of why do we need to measure. Boleh nampak tak?
Ya, betul, doktor.
Alright. Okay. Again, I repeat once again, why do we need to measure our performance, warehouse performance? Because there are a few reasons. There are a few elements why we need to measure. Okay, performance and productivity within the warehouse. Okay, we want to measure our warehouse performance because we want to ensure our customer satisfied with our service. They are happy doing business with us. They they want to do business with you because our service is good. All right. So we have to make sure that we always maintain our standard. We always maintain the performance of our service. We always try to improve our productivity. All right. So with that, then only people wants to do business with you. People want to use your warehouse. People want to do more. People want to encourage their friends, their community to do business with you. All right. Okay. Number two. All right. Why do we need to measure our warehouse performance? We want to ensure that there is a culture of continuous improvement within the operation. Okay, so as a warehouse manager, I always mention that when you are a warehouse manager, you need to know what you are doing. You need to know how to improve your service, how to improve the performance, how you can continue improving. All right. So there is an element of Kaizen. All right. Continuous improvement. So when you create a culture of continuous improvement, all right, and then this is where you will show to your client, to your customer, that you want to always to do the very best that you can. All right, that is number two. Number three, all right, Why do we need to measure our performance? Because we want to discover potential issues before they become major problems. All right. So when you do continuous improvement, things that you want to measure. You know what are the things that you want to improve on. All right. So this is the area whereby you can discover what are the small issue. Remember, small issue, if you combine, it can become a big issue. Then you have a headache to handle it. So that is why, all right, when you have a problem, don't run away from the problem. Face the problem. Macam awak lah sekarang, awak ada masalah, macam-macam masalah. Masalah kat rumah lah, masalah apa rakan-rakan sekerja, masalah dengan ni. Alright, try to solve the problem, face the problem, identify what are the real problem and how you can improve that. Okay, because we don't want that small issue become a big problem. All right, so when you do performance measure, okay, this is the platform that you can discover there are possibility for problem to arise. So solve it. Cepat-cepat selesaikan masalah-masalah ni sebelum dia jadi masalah yang lagi besar. Alright, why do we need to measure our warehouse performance? Because we want to train our staff in the right areas and reward our staff where appropriate. Alright, so that is why when you are working in a warehouse, you are working with various people, various level. You have your supervisor, you have your executive, you have your subcontractor, you have your supplier, you have your down staff, your subordinates. All right. So these people, all right, people is people. All right. So they have emotion. All right. So they are not robot. Yeah. All right. So when you deal with people, they have emotion. Okay. They have problems as well. They have their commitment as well. Okay. How you deal with these people? And then you have to encourage them. You have to treat them nicely. You have to teach them. You have to train them. If they are not productive, why is that so? Maybe because of they don't get a proper training. So your job, your responsibility, provide a suitable training. Okay, give motivation, give reward. All right. There is a saying whereby reward comes with punishment. All right. So if they do good, praise them. Okay. Award them, reward them. If they do bad things, okay, teach them. Don't scold them. Yes, you can scold them, but it is also your responsibility to teach them. It's not that they don't know how to do the work. It is because that you don't train them to do the work accordingly. That's why they don't do their work productively. All right. So reward them. Okay, give them compliment. Kadang-kadang diorang ni bila bekerja, kadang-kadang dia nakkan awak sebagai manager ni, awak cakap, terima kasih Man, tolong buat kerja untuk saya elok-elok apa semua. Alright, so they need that kind of appreciation. They need that kind of reward. Reward not necessarily in the form of money, in terms of finance, but it can be in terms of other things. You give them compliment, you say thank you, you appreciate them, you send them for training. Sometimes, all right, they will value you, they will appreciate you if you send them for training. Let's say you are operating in Kuala Lumpur, you send them for training at Singapore, for example. All right, so for them, you don't give them money, but you give them in other form, in other kind. All right, that is also a reward for them. That is also a sign of appreciation from them. All right. So appreciation from you to them. All right. So your staff need this kind of thing. Yeah. Train staff in the right areas. All right. You cannot expect everyone knows everything. No. All right. So people, they have their own talent. They have their own commitment. They have their own problems. Right. So you as a manager, you need to manage people. All right. It's not like managing machines. Okay, machine, they have the manual. They know when is the time for you to do the routine maintenance. There are times when you have to do major maintenance. But you are dealing with people. people, they have emotions. People, they have commitment. They have wife, they have kids, they have husband, they have parents to look after. All right. A lot of variable there. All right. How you encourage them to work to their level best. All right. So that is why you have to give training. You have to give some reward. And if they do something wrong, all right, advise them, teach them. Don't only scold them. You have to teach them. You have to guide them. You have to give them room for improvement. Tak boleh lah banyak kali buat silap kan, tapi sekali dia buat silap tu kita ajar dia, kita train dia, kita bagi latihan. Alright, selain kita marah dia. Kalau marah saja tak menyelesaikan masalah. Alright, so that is why when you do warehouse performance, alright, you need to measure also the performance of your staff. If they are not performing well, why is that so? Maybe they don't know, maybe they are lack of training, maybe they are not being guided the correct way. All right, so these are the important element as well. Yeah. Okay, next. Okay, the process of benchmarking. All right, this is just a reminder. We had this discussion last meeting. Organization that benchmark adapt the process to best fit their own needs and culture. Although number of steps in the process may vary from organization to organization, the following 6 steps contain the core techniques. Okay, you have to know what to benchmark. Before you do the benchmarking, you understand the current performance. You know what are the things that you want to benchmark, which department, who is going to be the company that you want to benchmark with, what department, all right, and then how you do the planning, and then you have to study your other competitor and learn from them and use the finding, all right, use the finding to further enhance, to further improve, to further do some correction for improvement. Okay, next. Unless unless we measure our performance against our customers' expectations and continually improve on that performance, we are not only in danger of losing our customers, but we will also incur additional costs. Okay, this is the summary for this statement is that, okay, if you benchmark with your customer, all right, and then you want to continually improve the performance, you are also going to face the consequence. All right, one, you will gain extra cost. Number two, there is a potential for you to lose your customer. For example, incorrect item or quantity of items sent will incur the following. Okay, so if your staff they did this mistake, they send incorrect item or they send wrong quantity of item. All right. Okay, finance department is affected by delay payment and possible penalties. All right. Inventory department has to provide extra stock cover. Okay, number 3, sales department has to handle complaints and authorize returns. Number 4, transport department has to effect extra deliveries and collection. Just because of you send incorrect item or you send not in the right quantity of item, right? And then number 5, warehouse has to repick and repack this duplicating activity. So in other words, okay, we are going to face difficulty. We have to face problem. We have to face delay. You get delay payment. And there is a possibility for the penalty as well, right? Your inventory department also have a problem. Your sales department also have a problem to handle complaints. All right. Your transport department also have to do extra job, do again the delivery, and you have to do the collection again. And then your warehouse department also have a problem to repick again the item, repack again the item. All right. Okay, next. Okay, a full return. Okay, this is the situation that will happen. A full return procedure has to take place because of your the wrongdoing just now. Possible product disposal or write-off. There is a possibility, yeah. And then a review of processes need to take place. You have to review it again, all right. And then a potential additional training is required when your staff do mistakes, all right. Then we can understand that we need to do some improvement, whereby we need to do some adjustment, meaning to say another training that you have to send to your staff. All right, potential loss of sale if incorrect item was required by another customer. See, potential loss of sale. So loss of product if client keeps the over delivered product, and then potential loss of customer because customer don't believe in you again, right? Because the mistakes done. That is why we have to be very careful. All right. Okay, next. According to Ackerman, all right, according to Ackerman, we should be measuring 4 areas within the warehouse. Okay, what are the 4 areas? Number 1, reliability. Number 2, flexibility. Number 3, cost. And number 4, asset utilization. So when we discuss about reliability, all right, but reliability includes on-time delivery. You fulfill the order rates and it is accurate. And then you manage to reduce the order cycle time. Okay, order cycle time is probably the best measure of flexibility as it covers all aspects of the customer order process. How we handle the order initially, whether we have the stock available, how quickly we can process the order through the warehouse. And finally, how quickly we can deliver the product to the customer. Cost measurements include cost as a percentage of sales and productivity against labor hours. Asset utilization will include efficient use of warehouse space, material handling equipment, staff and storage equipment. Warehouse utilization is normally measured in the amount of floor space utilized. However, it is more realistic to measure the cubic utilization of the building. Other companies will look at the number of pallet locations utilized against the total number of locations available. All right, next. Okay, this is what we learned in the previous class, types of benchmarking on the basis of who. If you want to benchmark who versus what, okay, who is being compared with our organization. You have these categories, whether it is between internal or versus external department, or is it between generic people in the same category, or you are comparing or you're doing benchmark with the international partner, or you are doing your benchmark with the company who are best in class, or you are doing a benchmarking with a company best of the best across the industry. All right, so this is on the basis of who are you comparing with. All right, next, performance is a broad term that covers both overall economic and operational aspect. Slack et al. In 2001 offer the following description of high performance operations that most companies strive to accomplish, whether they wanted high quality operation. Okay, this is where high quality operations don't waste time or effort having to redo things, nor their internal customers inconvenienced by flawed service. Right? So if this high quality company, all right, they don't focus much on redo things. All right, so they will always do right at the first time because they don't want to waste time or effort on doing redo, repack, repick. They don't want to do that. Fast operations ensure a quick turnaround of orders. Okay, this is also another thing that we want to measure. How fast can you deliver your service, your product? That is why I know this is the lunch time, so it's better for us to talk about food. Kalau awak pergi dekat McDonald ya, if you go to the McDonald, they have the principle, they have the standard, they have this principle. When you wait at the counter, all right, you won't wait more than 3 minutes. That is their philosophy. That is their ethics. Their ethics, the management said that we should deliver the product less than 3 minutes. Sebelum 3 minit lagi. Hello? Yes? Anything? All right. So if you are at the McDonald's restaurant, when you place your order, right, while waiting at the counter, they will serve the food less than 3 minutes. All right. That is their policy. That is their principle when they do their customer relationship management. All right. They want to fulfill the order within 3 minutes. All right. That is on the fast operations. Okay, dependable operations can be relied on to deliver exactly as planned. This eliminates wasteful disruption and allows the other micro operations to operate efficiently. Okay, flexible operations adapt to changing circumstances quickly and without disrupting the rest of the operation. That is on the flexible operation. And for low cost operation, lead to higher profit as well as allowing the company to sell their products at a competitive price. Okay, the measures you choose need to be smart. That is, they need to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. Again, I would like to get your attention as a warehouse manager, alright? So, bila kita sebagai pengurus warehouse ni, alright, one of the criteria how you can improve your warehouse performance is by measuring the element in your warehouse, or you can measure your department or unit, whatever, all right, according to SMART. The philosophy would be it should be specific, it should be measurable, it should be achievable, it must be relevant, and it is timely. Specific in this case, the objectives should specify what they want to achieve. Are they clear and unambiguous? So bila kita tetapkan objektif tu, spesifik tu, makna kata dia punya objektif tu kena jelas. Makna kata contohlah awak dekat dalam warehouse ni, alright, awak nak tengok dari segi, alright, how fast is your operations. Makna kata bila barang tu kita dah receive, alright, kita put away, and then kat dalam dia punya rak dekat aisle berapa, and then picking, and then kita hantar kepada shipping, and then kita deliver kepada kita punya customer. Proses awak nak measure, awak nak ukur. Katalah awak nak ukur untuk kita kan ada kategori barang-barang tu, kita kata fast moving goods ke, slow moving ke, ataupun non moving goods ke. Katalah kita nak measure fast moving goods. How fast is the fast moving goods? 1 hari, 2 hari, 3 hari, 10 jam, 24 jam. Alright, so kita nak kena bagi tahu. It should be specific. So maknanya objektif dia apa? Awak nak kategorikan barang ni sebagai fast moving. Alright, so macam mana yang dikatakan fast moving tu? So you define. Right, so in your case fast moving makna kata kita yang tetapkan syarat. Okay, dia beroperasi dalam masa 24 jam sahaja ada dekat rak. Okay, so if the item is stored in the category of fast moving, so fast moving according to your objective, only item that stays in the rack less than 24 hours. Okay, that is a specific objective, yeah. It should be clear, jelas dan tidak ada sama-sama. Ambiguous ni sama-sama, ya. Alright, so maknanya kurang jelas ke, tidak tepat ke, tak. Kita kena letakkan satu objektif yang tepat. Makna kata, so if we want to measure that item is fast moving, it should be in the rack not more than 24 hours. It should be less than 24 hours. Then we consider fast moving goods. Okay, so that is clear. It is specific. And then measurable, boleh diukur. Can we put a value on the KPI? How much, how long, how many? So in this case, katalah tadi kita kata awak dah tetapkan matlamat, kita nak tahu barang-barang yang fast moving, which is it should be in the rack less than 24 hours. So we know that the KPI is less than 24 hours. Kurang daripada 24 jam. Senang nak ukur. Kalau barang tu lebih dari 24 jam, katalah dia 25 jam, that is no longer a fast moving. So you can specify, okay, this rack is only dealing with more than 24 hours. Let's say for 24 to 48 hours, for example. That is considered still fast moving, but in the category, second category. First category is fast moving, but it is less than 24 hours. Alright, so that's how you measure. Senang kita nak ukur. Kita katakan dia bawah 24 jam. Maknanya kalau dia item tu ada kat dalam kita punya rak 25 jam, maknanya dia dah masuk still fast moving good, but they are not in the rak number 1. It is in the rak number 2. Alright. Okay, kita dah jelas kat situ. Measurable, senang kita nak ukur. And then achievable, boleh dicapai. Are the targets you set achievable and attainable? Alright, kadang-kadang kita letakkan satu pengukuran ni susah kita nak capai. Alright, jadi as a warehouse manager, you have to make sure that the criteria ataupun the element that you want to emphasize, it must be in the range that is achievable, yang boleh dicapai. Jangan buat KPI yang susah nak dicapai. Kalau KPI itu susah nak dicapai, kena lihat semula dan kita kena atur balik. Maksud kata kat sini, kalaulah KPI itu lebih sukar nak dicapai, kita kena tengok balik dan kita review semula dan kita jadikan dia boleh dicapai. Okay, alright. That is on the, we call it achievable, ya, boleh dicapai. And then number 4, relevant. Okay, dia mestilah relevant. Dia lah mestilah bersesuaian. Are the measures relevant to the overall goal and strategy of the company? Alright. So you as the warehouse manager, you are the one who are answerable to your top management. When they ask you, is it relevant? Is it in accordance with our company mission and vision? And is it something that is doable? All right. So you have to understand and you have to know how to respond back to your management saying that, all right, the measures that they provide are relevant and suits the needs and wants, suits the needs of our organization. And it is relevant. Kita kena pastikan bahawa, alright, elemen yang kita nak ukur ni tadi relevant. Okay, adakah pengukuran yang kita nak laksanakan ni sesuai menepati sasaran dan juga strategi syarikat kita. Jangan kita buat pengukuran yang bunyinya relevan tapi tak realistik. Tak boleh. Dia kena pengukuran yang relevan, yang bersesuaian, yang boleh dicapai, yang kena dengan kita punya objektif syarikat kita. Alright? It must be relevant. And then timely. Ada time skills. Timely ni maknanya berdasarkan masa lah. Kita nak tetapkan masa. Masa ni maksud kata, alright, when you do the performance measurement, right, how long, when do you want it to be implemented? Alright, can it be implemented in 1 week time? Alright, boleh tak kita capai laksana perkara ni dalam masa seminggu akan datang? Alright, so that's why when you do the measurement, it must have a time frame. Alright, so the explanation on timely are the time skills, realistic, and how often do you measure? Okay, adakah pengukuran masa ni tadi, skala masa ni realistik? Alright, dan berapa kerap kita nak ukur? Itu sebab you as a warehouse manager, alright, you must know that, alright, your measures are timely. Pengukuran yang kita laksanakan. Contoh tadi, I shared with you just now. Right, when we say that we want to identify items stored in our rack, whether they comply with our fast-moving goods. Okay, just now you mentioned fast-moving goods are those goods being put into the rack within 24 hours, and then from 24 hours to 48 hours. So those items store that will be staying in the rack for less than 24 hours, that is fast moving goods category 1. If it is more than 24 and with less than 48 hours, then it is going to be considered fast moving goods but in the category 2. All right, so are you going to review this? How frequent? Maknanya kata sekarang kalau kita dah tetapkan dekat rak nombor 1 tu kurang daripada 24 jam, and then rak nombor 2 daripada 24 jam ke 48 jam, alright. So berapa lama kita nak maintain dengan timing yang macam ni? Adakah kita nak review perkara ni setiap 4 bulan, setiap 6 bulan? Alright. Jadi inilah tugas dan tanggungjawab warehouse manager for you to identify the time scale, how realistic it should be. Alright. So that is how you measure your timely. Okay. Any questions so far? Ladies and gentlemen? No questions so far, ya? Apa kat chat ni apa? No questions. Okay. Thank you very much. Now we will move to our second slide. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now this is about what are the 5 key performance indicators. Alright, inilah apa yang kita katakan pengukuran yang selalu kita lakukan, 5 KPI ni. Number 1, revenue per client or member, RPC. Number 2, average class attendance, ACA. Number 3, client retention rate. Macam mana kita nak kekalkan kita punya customer. Number 4, profit margin. Ni yang selalu orang lakukan lah, profit margin. How you increase your profit margin. Reduce cost, increase the profit. Alright. Then number 5, average daily attendance. This is on the daily attendance lah. But normally these are the 5 key performance indicator. Ni KPI yang biasa yang kita laksanakan. Alright, how do you evaluate a warehouse performance? Okay, as a warehouse manager, so it is up to you on how are you going to evaluate your warehouse. Number 1, inventory KPI. Number 2, carrying cost of inventory. So every warehouse manager knows that stagnant inventory cost money. Maknanya kata sekarang ni sebagai pengurus warehouse, kalaulah kita berhadapan dengan stagnant inventory, inventory tu ada ya dekat kita punya rak, tak gerak-gerak. So it is cost to us because for warehouse business, we need our throughput to increase. Maknanya berapa banyak traffic keluar masuk tu. So the more traffic in and out, okay, the more throughput is a good business for you. If it is the product being stagnant and it is non-moving goods, then it is not good for us. All right. And then number 3, you may also evaluate your warehouse performance according to the inventory turnover. Number 4, on inventory to sales ratio. Okay, number 5, the inventory accuracy, ketepatan inventory kita. And then yang ke-6, the inventory shrinkage. And then finally, the order lead time. Now, okay, what are the 4 types of performance indicator? Alright, jenis-jenis performance indicator ni, yang pertama customer satisfaction. Ni biasalah, when your customer is happy, they want to do business with you, then it is good for you. Alright. Number 2, internal process quality. Alright, how you improve your process quality in the organization, in the warehouse. And then number 3, your employee satisfaction. When your employee is satisfied with you, they happy working with you, the productivity increase, and then you get more profits. And then finally, the financial performance index. This is according to your cash flow lah. So if your company have a very good cash flow, then your company is in a good situation. Okay, next. 9 top warehouse KPI to improve operation, reduce cost, and improve customer satisfaction below. Right. Number one, internal operation. All right. Inventory carrying cost. You calculate inventory carrying cost is perhaps the most important metric of all. It is calculated by dividing the total carrying cost by overall inventory cost. Of course, having the technologies and capabilities in place to track inventory carrying cost is crucial. So now you calculate your internal operation. And then number two, your supplier back order rate. All right, the back order rate is an equally important metric and warehouse key performance indicator for supply chain management. Calculate the back order rate by dividing the total number of items on back order by the total number of items that arrive successfully. All right, so still it is about your relationship with your supplier. Okay, number three, supplier quality index. Different supplier offer different products of varying quality. Track the rate of return for products ordered that originated from different carrier or supplier. By separating the return rates as well as considering the success of put away and dock management efficiency, a warehouse leader can better determine which supplier have higher performance. So here we are talking about the quality of the supplier. So how quality of the product that they provide to you, because we want our supplier to give a very good working relationship with us. So the good working relationship between us, between warehouse and the supplier is being measured by the quality of the product that they supply. If they provide a very good quality product, then we don't have any problems. But if the supplier, since from the very beginning, they don't get a good quality product, and then at the same time also we are also going to get the backfire from the customer. All right, so that is why it is important for us to have a very good supplier relationship management with us. Okay, next, supplier lead time. While the lead time may not seem like an important metric to track, insights into supplier lead times help supply chain leaders better plan replenishment. In addition, lead time analytics also reduce the risk of out of stock, and depending on your facility, lead time analysis may help the business case for cross-docking or drop shipping. All right, so what is important about lead time? All right, because when you do lead time analysis, this will help you to reduce the risk of out of stock. All right, so we know in order for our warehouse to remain good, all right, you need to have the item always in stock. If not, if there is no stock in your inventory in your warehouse, so that is also going to tarnish your image as well. So that's why the lead time analysis help the business for cross-docking or drop shipping. And then number five, value-added services. I always mention to you, all right, when the warehouse have a value-added service, all right, this is going to make sure that the unique characteristics of your warehouse, all right, and then your supplier might be very happy with you. Okay, tracking value-added services, including auditing and accounting practices provided by suppliers, can go a long way in promoting inventory management as well as improving supply chain scalability. Track the use of these services as well as their return on investment, including both indirect and direct benefits. So when you have value-added services, all right, these will help to portray the good quality of your warehouse. Yeah. All right. Number six, attitude of suppliers. The attitudes of supplier also impacts the efficiency on the dock schedule and willingness to continue working with that supplier. All right. This is a highly subjective measure. So compile the above listed supplier warehouse key performance indicators, averaging them together to create one-stop view of a supplier efficiency or deficit. So how do you manage supplier attitude? Still, this is also part of the supplier relationship management. It's not only on the customer relationship management. Okay, supplier relationship management is also important for you, yeah, because this will help your business to grow better. Okay, next. Okay, staffing, workforce utilization. Okay, workforce utilization must be your next top metrics to track. This is the total number of workers that have fulfilled their duties accurately and efficiently divided by the total number of workers employed by a given facility. As workforce utilization increases, companies have less wiggle room with working with internal staff resources. As a result, staff augmentation may be necessary. So, how you utilize your workforce, how you make sure that you can motivate your staff, how can you encourage your staff to improve their productivity. So that's why, as a manager, as a warehouse manager, all right, so you must have the ability to encourage, to motivate, to give support, to and give strong support for your staff to really do their work to their level best. It is for the benefit of your for the company, and also give a benefit to you as well. And then customers loyalty. Customer loyalty is best expressed as customer retention. So, meaning to say that you can repeat order. Measure this warehouse key performance indicator by dividing the total number of repeat customers by the total number of customers for a given period. A higher result means your brand loyalty is increasing. Okay, how you retain your customer, how you come up with initiative to attract your current customer to do business always with you. All right, so that is about customer loyalty. And finally, number 9, it is about, all right, customers competition pressure. The final in the lineup of warehouse key performance indicators is also subjective. Competition pressure describes the changes made in your organization as a result of a competitor's new service or product. It may include a lower customer retention rate, decreased order volumes, increased services offered by competitors, and more. As a result, it is best to define the variables that affect competition in your organization. Consider their weight and devise an average like prioritize list of competitors. So how you do the customers competition pressure. All right, here you have the 20 warehouse KPI here. All right, so general. This is a general KPI, and I would say that it depends on your organization. It depends on your warehouse on how are they going to implement the KPI and the metric. Okay, the most popular one is carrying cost. Number 2, rate of return. Number 3, the back order rate. Number 4, order lead time. Number 5, transportation cost per package. All right, and then revenue per employee. Followed by number 7, order accuracy, order damage. So that's why you try not to make sure there's no damage for the order, for the product when they are stored in your warehouse. Number 9, receiving cycle time. All right. So when you manage to improve the cycle time, much better. The shorter the time taken, the better. And then number 10, the inventory turnover. Number 11, sales to inventory ratio. Number 12, total cost of storage. Right. That is why you have to fully utilize your space, because your space is a cost for you. Yeah. That is why one of the KPI here, total cost of storage. Number 13, picking accuracy. This is also important because when your staff do the picking process, right, they should pick up the correct item according to the correct volume. All right. Again, if there is no accuracy when you do the picking, then you are going to have losses on this. Okay, and then number 14, orders peak per hour, picking productivity. The faster the better. All right. Number 15, order cycle times. Number 16, picking efficiency. So you do picking, you pick the correct item with the correct amount with the shorter time. So this is where the efficiency being calculated. Picking efficiency. 17, cost per line item pick. Number 18, packing cost. Number 19, percentage on full-time delivery, meaning to say that how many items that you can send on the fastest time, all right? And then finally, the number 20, average days late. And then this is where you can improve. Keep on improving so that you can reduce the time taken. All right. Next is about the do's and don'ts of warehouse operations. Good practices, regular safety protocol, training, delivered to all staff. So the key word here is safety protocol. Number 2, keep a clean and tidy warehouse. All right. If your warehouse clean and tidy, all right, there is a small probability for accident to occur. All right, because everything is always in a good situation. Keep clean and tidy. Number 3, use effective signage to convey safety rules. All right, so effective signage. So ada nampak signage yang jelas, yang maksud dia jelas. Okay, ada papan tanda, ada dia punya arah laluan. So you have all this signage. And then number 4, establish Okay, next, you establish workplace habits of checking all safety equipment consistently. All right, you establish workplace habits of checking all safety equipment consistently. And then number 5, make an effort to be green. Okay, how you can make sure that your area is clean and tidy and there is element of sustainability. All right, these are the good practices. Okay, and then what about the bad practices? These are the things that we want to remind and we want you to always be aware of. Unsafe use of forklift, lack of effective safeguarding equipment between conveyors and workers, improper storage of loads, all right, low manual lifting and handling skills, all right. Sometimes things that you don't rely on bad practices is that your staff are wearing not a proper attire. They don't wear a proper attire. They don't wear safety boots, right? They don't have the vest, all right? Okay, these are the basic things, all right? And you should implement that because when you are in the warehouse, all right, safety first, all right? If you don't implement the safety rules, then possibility of danger is there, all right, because you are in the warehouse, so you must comply with the safety rules. All right, here sometimes working somewhere for a long period of time can reduce the awareness of safety considerations, so remind yourself of these points. Put on all safety equipment before entering the warehouse to guard against walking straight into a hazardous situation. Be aware of your surroundings constantly and never let your guard down. Ensure that you are trained to use warehouse equipment and seek the appropriate training if you are not. And then learn the proper tactics for manual handling. Report any hazardous conditions to a supervisor or manager. Keep hydrated in the workplace. All right. So you also must make sure that your staff also have to be fit. Yeah. All right. Because you don't know warehouse. They have different kind of temperature. So if you are not fully hydrated, then there is a possibility for you to have problems like later on. Okay, take your allotted breaks. Meaning to say that if you are not, if you are tired, then take a break for a while. all right, because you are working in an environment that not people have the so-called certain fitness level, all right. So take a break for a while, and then try to minimize wastage with packaging and print. Okay, and then here are some of the most important safety rules to remember while working in the warehouse. So if you see something dangerous, take responsibility for reporting it and don't assume that someone else already has. Okay, don't overload equipment or shelving as this increases the risk of accident. All right. And then keep aisles and corridors clear. Okay, follow safety rules when maintaining equipment, including any internal company procedures or color coding. Follow the safety rules, yeah. Okay, be aware of safety signage and follow the instructions. And finally, wear proper attire or wear appropriate personal protective equipment whenever necessary. Okay, so that's all. I hope that I have already explained to you all the warehouse performance measures. So you can refer the slides in the so-called the online learning. All right, and then that's all for now. Thank you very much. Kita tangguhkan kelas kita dengan tasbih kifarah dan surah Al-As. Okay, I'm going to share with you again the attendance in case that you don't have you didn't get to scan earlier. All right, thank you very much. See you inshallah by next week. Okay guys, assalamualaikum and have a good day. Kita tangguhkan dengan tasbih kifarah dan surah Al-As. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Tia Lily. Thank you, Shakira, Shafika.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay, thank you.